As you guys heard the news, R. Kelly was sentenced to 30 years. And I just want to express to you guys how I personally feel about it. Well, first of all, I just like to say that I don't like this new justice system. It kind of reminds me of when they used to burn witches at the stake. You remember that? Salem's Lot and all that stuff like that. I say we live in a Salem Lot generation, with cancel culture and people attacking you and this mob mentality. Like everybody mobs up on someone when they feel they have done something wrong. It's like this mob mentality. It's like now you look out the window and there's a mob outside your house. You know what I'm saying? Like you're a judge and there's a mob outside your house. And that reminds me of Salem Lots when they used to drag witches out of the house and go burn them at the stake. And unfortunately, in America, we have basically come to that conclusion in the way we handle things. I personally don't like the new justice system because you're tried in the media first. I didn't even like the Ornstein case, even though he might have done something wrong and he might not have. As I know about the law says innocent until proven guilty. But I also know about the law is that you're supposed to be given a fair chance. And there's just no way of getting a fair trial or a fair chance when you have movies being made about you before the trial even happens. And that's what they do to people nowadays because they know they're actually trying you. You are not being tried in court no more. Anybody that thinks that, you have to be very slow. America is not holding court in the court no more. The court is on social media. The court is on the shade room. The court is on Facebook. The new courts are being held on Instagram. And they know this. And this is why the prosecutors, make these stories in the headlines and then actually make movies about it. And the trial is not until 2-3 years later. But by the time R. Kelly can get to the courtroom, now I'm not saying R. Kelly's a bad guy. I'm not saying he's a good guy. That's not my call because I wasn't there in the room, nor was I there to see what actually went down. I just wasn't there. So I can't make a call if I wasn't in the room. But one thing I do know is that if we believe in justice, as Americans say so, you know what I'm saying, then you would say, you know what, he needs justice and it's not okay to come out with a movie. It's not okay to taint the jury pool because that's what they did. Okay? The state made sure that movie came out. The state made sure that they was going to try R. Kelly in the media because they understand the new climate. They understand the Me Too movement. They understand all of that. And they understand this new mob mentality of Salem's Lot. This new burn them at the stake attitude. We have become heartless and desensitized, when it comes to human emotions. We just want to see blood now. Everywhere you go, people want to see blood. All through social media, people want to see fights. People want to see drama. People want to see violence. And those are the videos that are running up the next the next 7 to 20 million views that's going to be on YouTube in the next couple of days are being ran by violence, drama, you know what I'm saying, extortion, criminality, and that's all you see on here. And I feel personally that I'm not going to back R. Kelly up just because, you know what I'm saying, we share the same color. But one thing I will say, until you guys prove to me overwhelmingly that this man did this, I'm going to have his back simply because he's black. Because everybody else does it. They back each other up, right or wrong. And to see that man get tried before he even made it to court, they actually put this brother in prison for having young girlfriends. Common sense would tell us, we see him on national TV protecting the man, going back and home, going back and forth. Where was the kidnapping? I'm asking, where was the kidnapping? Where did this happen? When was anybody held against their will? These young girls were moving around, going shopping, showing up to TV shows. Now, if you think these girls was under captivity, wouldn't you be trying to save them? When they show up to do an interview, wouldn't you say, hey, you're safe now? It's funny to me how these girls were able to move around and do what they want to do and go back and forth when they wanted to. But yet nobody came to save them. I didn't see no SWAT teams. I didn't see no Bataram. I didn't see no police department showing up. I didn't see the military show up. I didn't see anyone in the Department of Protection show up to protect these kidnapped girls. And you telling me that even when the father and the mother, whatever it is that basically allowed the relationship to go down in the first place, once their pockets wasn't being in line right, you're telling me that they didn't have the right to go get their, oh no, they couldn't go get them because they was over the age of 18. That's why they couldn't walk in there and drag those girls out of R. Kelly's house, because they was over the age of 18. So I am so confused with everything that's in this case. And what it boils down to, black people, and I'm going to share the secret with you. I'm going to share the secret of why they went out to R. Kelly the way they did. And that's because there is a new campaign by the United States of America to make sure that they destroy our icons and destroy the people that we look up to. That's the new program. The same program they ran when they ran inside of the Black Panther Party and destroyed that organization. Just like they came up with tactics and ways to go in there and destroy Malcolm X. These are all top operative operations. And it's the same thing they're doing to our leaders now. Because even though Bill Cosby is out, it doesn't make a difference because they destroyed his credibility. See, it's all about destroying now the people that we look up to, for we won't have no one to look up to. No matter what we do, we can never ever bring Bill Cosby back into the grace he once had. No longer will we be able to bring R. Kelly back into the grace that he once had. And so on and so on. Michael Jackson, they did the same thing. Michael Jackson was never ever, able to come back into the grace of America the way he did. Because it's really about character assassination. Assassinating the characters of the black mentors and leaders that we have. For we have nothing to look up to. Just like they destroyed positive hip hop and the education style hip hop that would tell our people how to live. Hip hop was an instruction book. Hip hop was a way that we had communicated to each other the wrongs and the rights. And we educated ourselves through music. And they knew that. So they said, we got to take the music over and change the curriculum. And the curriculum now is self-destruct, self-destruct, self-destruct. Get a gun, kill another black, self-destruct, self-destruct, self-destruct. Get a bag, self-destruct, self-destruct, self-destruct. Get you a bad bee, self-destruct, self-destruct, self-destruct. Is the new curriculum because they took the old curriculum out and it was done on purpose because they don't want you to be educated. They don't want your kids to be educated. They know who has the mind of your children. And this is what they do. They attack. And this is what I try to tell everybody. No, they don't care about R. Kelly. These people have plenty of money. They have billions and trillions of dollars. These people in high places have plenty of money. It has nothing to do with that. It's about breaking down the structure of the black community. And how do you do that? You go after the icons. You go after the icons. You go after the people that we look up to and you destroy their image. See, it's about the image. They can care less about R. Kelly really doing that time because it might get overturned, most likely, because it's double jeopardy. They charged him for something they already charged him for, and there's charges that it just doesn't seem right. And why would you want this man so bad? We have to ask that question. But a lot of us played into it, and we do that, and I wish we wouldn't. I wish we wouldn't play into the destruction of another black person. I really wish we wouldn't, because they don't care about us. They don't care about R. Kelly, and they don't care about you. So you can go out there and bash him and help them destroy him, and they still won't care about you. Only thing they need you to do is to basically what they call, what's the word for that? They want you to anticipate into your own destruction. That's the word I was looking for. They want you to anticipate into your own destruction. So we got the pitchforks and knives, and we went after R. Kelly as black people. And we played into it, and they got us good, like they always do. Because it's hard to do without the backing of black people. And if you notice, every time they destroy a black person, they need the backing of black people. And once they get you on board, once they get you on board, then they know now they can carry out the execution. Many of us turned our back on Bill Cosby. They carried out the execution. Many of us turned our back on R. Kelly. They carried out the execution. Now I want to know how you feel when they carry out the execution on you. Because you're not going to get no better status just because you helped bury this man. Because they don't care about you no more than they care about R. Kelly. And this is just all facts. But they tried this brother in the media. They tried him. They knew that their potential jurors is going to be watching that Surviving R. Kelly series. The man was found guilty before he came to court. Because you tried him in the media. This is why justice, true justice, don't exist in America, and we all know that. You have to be fooling yourself if you really believe that this man received justice. You have to be blind as a bat with sunglasses on. If you believe this brother received justice. I don't care what nobody's accused for. I believe soulfully and heartily into the concept of innocent until proven guilty. Everybody in my eyes is innocent until proven guilty. But as we all know, that ain't nothing but some quote they make up, just like they make up the rest of these backdoor quotes that they don't believe in, nor do they practice themselves. Because if we was innocent until proven guilty, we wouldn't be getting pulled over in a car every time we pull out of our driveway. We won't get followed around in the stores every time we go shopping. We won't have a police sitting on the side of the road giving us a traffic ticket and asking 100 questions. Where are you going? Where you been? Are you on parole? Do you have any guns on you? Do you have any drugs on you? Where do you live? Where do you stay? Where are you going? Where are you coming from? Why are you in this area? If there was a such thing as innocent until guilty, we wouldn't get treated like that. Because you can't treat a person that haven't been found guilty of nothing like they're guilty. That's not innocent until proven guilty. If I'm innocent until proven guilty, then you're supposed to treat me like an innocent person. Because I am innocent until you prove me otherwise. But with the Me Too movement and the new media and the new Salem's Lot and the old mob mentality, go drag them out the house mentality, we know you can't get innocent until proven guilty. Because people think just because if they think you're guilty, a thought is not facts. The thought that's going through your head is not a fact. Facts is proof. Proof is facts. So if you have the facts, then you have proof. Simply thinking somebody did something doesn't make them guilty. I'm sorry. I don't know what world you come up in. Be honest. Have you ever thought somebody stole something from you? Then later on you found it that day? Be honest. Have you ever thought somebody did something to you, then you realize they didn't do it? That's because we're so judgmental these days. We're so sensitive. We take everything to heart. We believe everything that goes through our minds. We don't even take time to evaluate our own thoughts. And no wonder our minds be running astray. We don't even know how to tame our minds anymore. And that's why you see the things that you see today. The mob mentality. Drag him out the house, take R. Kelly and burn him at the stake. Not understanding the agenda. Not understanding the agenda. And they're hoping you're ignorant enough to say, I don't care what color he is. If he did it, he needs to be in prison. That's exactly what they're counting on. Because if you do that, then you're only helping them get what they want. That's the whole method of, what's the word I'm looking for? That's a whole method of deception. Deceive you into believing something. Then it becomes real in your mind. Everybody had doubts until they dropped that movie. After they dropped that movie, which was, if you look at the evidence, a lot of it was untrue, and there was a lot of lies in that movie. If you watch the case and paid attention to the court and what they was talking about and what they were saying. If you go back and watch the movie is a total contrast from everything that was said in that court. This is how I knew the majority of the information that came out in that movie was a lie. You know why? Because if you go watch the case and line things up, you'll realize that the movie was a farce. But America knows that we as citizens are so weak-minded. They know we're very weak-minded. And the only thing they got to do is throw it out there. Oh, my God. Oh, did he do what? Yeah, he did this. And they got the power of the media. They got the power of the television. They have power because everything you watch, they control. They control everything that we see and everything that we watch. They monitor every program. We don't get to see nothing without their approval. Every movie you watch and every movie that you see and every video that you see on YouTube, it's up to them if they want you to see it or not. That is why they can control popular opinion, because they are in control of what you see and they are in control of what you watch. If I can control everything that you watch, I can easily influence you in any way whatsoever. If I can walk into your room and change the channel and say, no, today you're going to watch this. No, you can't watch that. Today you're going to watch this. As long as I can control what you watch, I can control what you think. I can control what you feel. I can control what is influencing you. And that is the very power that these people have. And I don't know about you, but to me, that's a very scary thing. But you just witnessed another modern day lynching. Because if you don't believe in justice, then you believe in modern day lynching. And now their number one operative, another operation that they have put forth from the desk tables of the higher ups, destroy their leaders, destroy their icons, and then they'll have nobody to look up to. And think about all of our icons, from Prince, mysteriously passing away, from Michael Jackson, mysteriously passing away, Pimp C, mysteriously passing away, when he was about to bring all of the, independent labels together and build one big label. They got rid of him. Dr. Sebi, they got rid of him because he was teaching black people how to be healthy and how to cure their body naturally. If you think about it, back to back to back, all of the icons that they are lining up for the kill. This is not by coincidence. This is not by coincidence that they came after this brother, because he is an icon. R. Kelly is an icon. James Brown was an icon. These are our icons. Bill Cosby, if you like it or not, was an icon. And no matter how you feel, he showed us true fatherhood. And look at us now. We went after Bill Cosby, got mad at Bill Cosby, canceled Bill Cosby. And look at our families right to this day. Look at the black family. After y'all canceled Bill Cosby, did things get better or did it get worse? Be honest. So as black people, from now on, you better be careful on what bandwagon you jump on. And stop letting these people destroy our icons and stop backing this stuff up, because they're trying to get us icons up out of here, and they're trying to destroy their character, which I call nothing but character assassination. Because how can we look up to R. Kelly now? How can we look up to Bill Cosby now? See, that's what it's about. They know you're not going to look up to them after they assassinate their characters. They're not dumb. They know what they're doing. They're playing chess, and we're still playing checkers. There's a reason why our icons are falling. And they're putting in place different icons. But I ain't going to say no name. But look around you. Look at the icons they're putting in now. Okay? I'm going to say a few. Lil Durk. Whack 100. Cardi B. I often wonder, why would the President of the United States have a relationship with an ex-stripper? Think about that. Let that weigh in your head for a while. Why would the leader of the United States of America have a relationship with an ex-stripper? Think about that. Out of all of the iconic black leaders and civil rights leaders that we have, you're going to bolster having a relationship. If you're going to have a relationship with somebody from the black community, I think it should be somebody that's been fighting for civil rights. There's so many people in the black community that deserve that position to be able to get on Skype or Zoom and talk to the President of the United States of America. There's more people than I can count that was deserving of that position. And who did they pick out? It only shows you the respect that they have for us and what they're trying to do. You didn't go get the best of us. You didn't go get the best person you could have. You didn't go get the black person that qualified for the job. And with all due respect, I have nothing but respect for the sister, because I read her story. I love her music. But there has to be a reason why you picked her out of all the people that clearly deserve the opportunity to sit on Zoom and have a close conversation with the leader of the free world. And why not? You would think that they have the vast intelligence to understand that if you're going to use a powerful position like the leader of the free world, then you will only give your attention to someone that is deserving of that attention, or that position, I may say. I love Cardi. I love Durk. I got love for Whack 100, even though I don't agree with all the things that they live and how they live in their lives, because it's not my job to judge them on that accord. I love them because they're black people, and I love them because they are my brothers and sisters, but they are not the ones that we want in the forefront. We have to be honest here. They're not the ones that should be our leaders. They should not be in the forefront. And there's a reason why they're being put in the forefront. And they're being put in the forefront by the only people that have the power to do it. So they're replacing our icons like Bill Cosby, and they're replacing them with a Whack 100. Do you see what's going on? Do you see what's going on? All due respect to WAC 100. But you are not the person that needs to be in a front representing the black community. We need qualified people. People that have been in there, smart, intelligent, intellectual people. That's the people that they should be putting in the forefront. But they don't respect us, and you know they don't respect us. That's why they take these people and they put them in the forefront and make them our leaders. They get to pick out our leaders. And what do? They go get a bunch of illegitimate leaders on purpose to mislead us. To mislead us. To mislead us. They're picking out misleading representations of the black community. And like the old saying says, if the blind lead the blind, we all gonna fall in the ditch. So we have to get smart, and we have to start making them understand that we pick our leaders out. You don't get to pick them. Let me tell you something. When your adversaries have the power to pick who leads you, we don't even have to talk about the rest. You're doomed. You're doomed. When your adversaries have the power to pick your leaders, you're done. You might as well put a fork in it. You're done. So that's what they did to this brother, and he's just another icon they want to take down, and he's not going to be the last one. They got more. So look around you. There's going to be some more. Denzel Washington might be next. There's going to be some more icons. Believe me, we're not done. They're not done. Okay? They're just now getting started in this campaign to destroy our icons. And believe me, this is a campaign, well orchestrated campaign to destroy our black icons. And the only thing I can say is I put my hope in my heart, the prayers in my thoughts. But what's going to happen is going to happen for this brother. And I hope he doesn't have to spend 30 years in prison for a case they did not prove without a reasonable doubt. I don't care what anyone says. They did not prove that case. They didn't prove the case. But what they try to do, they try to prove it in your minds by coming out with movies. Coming out with movies to influence you. Because they knew that a lot of black people, we was on the borderline, right? I don't know if he's guilty and I don't know if he is. See, we was on that, we was teetering, and they understood that. They read the atmosphere. And they said, oh, if we come out with this movie, this Surviving R. Kelly, then we can tilt the scale to our favor. That's the reason why they came out with you know what I'm talking about. That's the reason why they came out with Surviving R. Kelly. To get the black people that were on the fence off of the fence. They knew exactly what they was doing, and it was a cold, calculated move. But I'm not surprised because I know how they are. I already made my decision a long time ago who they are, and I know they will never change. I already know this. This is why I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. I think R. Kelly is surprised because he's sitting in prison right now thinking, did this just happen? Did this just happen to me? Did they just put me in prison for kidnapping some unkidnapped girls? For kidnapping some females that was over the age of 8? Did they just put me? If anybody's surprised, he's surprised. Because believe me, he's not dumb. And I guarantee you, he did everything to the letter of the law. You think about that. They tried to get him before. Why would he be out here doing anything illegal? Think about that. Why would R. Kelly, after beating the trial, when they said he's supposed to have did what he did to the girl in the video, after being let go, after beating that case, he actually beat that case, people. He beat that case. Because I think the guy that was in the video had a tattoo or something like that. It had something to do with a tattoo or some scars or something like that. They actually proved that it was not him. Do you get that? Can you calculate that? They proved. See, people still run around here thinking, see, this is how they can put something in your mind. People are actually still thinking about, oh, wait, he did that to those girls. He urinated on those girls. But he was proven that it wasn't him. Because if it was him, he would be in prison right now. Believe me, if those people could have proved their case, if those people knew without a doubt that was him, R. Kelly would have never got out. R. Kelly got out because it wasn't him. And it was proven that it wasn't him. But we still can't get it out of our mind because they burn things in the back of your brain. That's why they use the media to brain it, to brain screw you, to put it in the back of your mind. R. Kelly, R. Kelly, R. Kelly. Oh no, he did what to those? It's still in the back of your mind, even though he's been proven to be innocent by a jury. People still run around here thinking in the back of their mind. So the only thing I can say is if you're famous and you're an icon and you're very important to the black community, I tell you to watch your back. You better watch it. You better be careful. That's all I can tell you at this point in time. You better be careful. So we might want to send a memo out to all of our remaining icons. Be careful. Watch your back. Because they might be coming. Watch your back. Watch who you're around. Videotape your conversations. Make people sign documents. I'm not responsible for anything that happens once you walk past that door. You're going to have to be all of 100% legal. You got to be very careful how you move around here as an icon, especially a black icon. Thank you for listening. I love you. It's always black love. And it's always love to all of those in the melanated space and in the African diaspora. May peace be with you. Be careful. Be safe. Like, subscribe. Hit that notification bell. And it's always one love.